Hello, good evening, folks. We are getting started more or less on time. Okay. All right. Hey, Richard, how are you? At the best part of the research paper, reading books by the pool. Yeah. I learned so much about game history today. It's been awesome. What have you been reading? What books are you reading? I want your bibliography. The Turtles are back at it again. Will they find and defeat Krang and Shredder within the Technodrome? Stay tuned. Hey, Great White North. I think we're going to do it this time. This is it. I promise. I hope. Had the entire 90s run on VHS. That's like 10 seasons. You had the whole thing on VHS? There are many episodes I have never seen. I'm certain of it. I did not see a lot of the later episodes. And I remember every now and then I would dip into the show and be like, what is going on? There's because it was really interesting because the show really, really evolved over time. Still plugged in. The Technodrome was trapped under the Earth for a while, and then it was trapped in Dimension X, and it was on an asteroid or something for a while, and it was really interesting how they had the show changed a little bit over time. Thank you, Great White North. Mazen Power, hello. 8 hours of Turtles 2. I hope not. Are you taking another break from Mega May? Sorry I disappointed you last week, but I think I have a good strategy now. I did practice it a little bit more. So I watched Mazen's stream of his No Death run, and he had an interesting strategy that I think people have been kind of teasing to me a little bit for Krang, where he seems to be more vulnerable after he shoots his lasers. So I'm going to try that. And then I found a safe spot with Shredder where at least I won't get zapped. I had seen a video a while back that told me there was a safe spot where you could basically just kind of wail on him, and I couldn't quite get the spacing of it right. But I think that there's an entire plane, there's one level of that screen where he just cannot hit you if you're standing there, if you're in that area. So I'm gonna try that as well. So I'm hoping this is gonna work. The Red Sky seasons, is that what they were called? But yeah, you're right. They were some just evolutions of the show. I keep meaning to get the DVD set at some point. I would love to. Thank you, Mazen. Thank you. Mega May will continue. It will return. So my throat, my allergies have been kicking my shell lately. So my throat's been a little bit iffy, and but it's also been super hot here. It's no shirt temperature here, but it's finally cooling off tonight. So that's good. Alrighty. Where are we at here? Where are we at? I posted about this. Great White North, I'm sure, posted about this. I appreciate that. Let's see here. I also apologize. I meant to stream this last Sunday, but I had stuff I needed to work on. It was kind of a light deadline. I did an event yesterday where my friend Caitlin Rozakis was launching a book, so we had a conversation about her book at Barnes & Noble, which was super fun. And but I still had to finish reading her book and come up with figure out the questions I want to ask her and things like that. So I needed to focus on that on Sunday night. I just have not had time to read, and it turned out that her book was much longer than I thought. I was reading it on my e-reader, and I couldn't actually tell what the progress was. And then I finally saw the book, the physical book, in person, and it was 450 pages. They flew by. It was actually it's really a fun book, but I was like, this seems like a long book too. Make my friend Ray watch the first episode of Star Trek Lower Decks. Ooh, excellent. I love Lower Decks. I'm so far behind on Lower Decks. I missed the last season. But I love that show. I tell people it's like Futurama if every joke was a Star Trek joke, and I love getting the Star Trek jokes, and I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of the Easter eggs and things as well. So jelly of the book events. Let me tell you, I have to. I don't think we're going to talk again, in person before this happens. But my next book event. So there's this event called Kaiju Brooklyn, in Brooklyn, New York. And is all, kaiju themed. And I found out about this last year when Kaiju Gaga was announced, when I knew I was writing that, and I had just missed the event. But I let ChooseCo know about it, and they contacted Kaiju Brooklyn, and they're actually going to do, we're going to have a panel, a Choose Your Own Adventure panel with other Choose Your Own Adventure authors, which is fantastic. And they've written some really good Choose Your Own Adventure books, and my editor from ChooseCo, and I just found out today, because we had this meeting, they're actually going to do like an interactive story walk based on my book at this event. So some of the event space is going to be fashioned after events from Kaiju Gaga. And I'm so floored by that and psyched about it. So that's super, super, super exciting. It should be fun. Should be a fun panel. Probably will bring my family. And there's also fun stuff to do in Brooklyn. So it's gonna be really cool. I mentioned that, but I didn't have the details about what was happening there. So the interactive story walk is new. Like they've, I guess ChooseCo adapted some portions of the story into just interactive elements. So there might be somebody there dressed as Sandy, the security guard. Maybe there'll be props. I don't know. Maybe there'll be a giant kaiju egg. I don't know. It'll be fun to find out. Anyway, you're not here to listen to me blather on about book stuff. I did get my edit letter for my next Choose Your Own Adventure book, by the way, but I actually have not had time to look at it. So I need to get back to work on that, and then I'm under a deadline again. So that's very cool. Panel about the pedagogy of CYOA novels. Yes, very cool. All right, we're going to do this tonight. We are going to make this happen. Book time. I have some tea as well. Just some peach tea with some honey. Even though it's warm and it is cooling off, the tea will help. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. It was really cool to see Great White North tackle this as well. So Great White North, I was confused when I saw your stream because I was like, oh man, because I saw you beat the game. I didn't realize you had put like the code in to get some practice in, but that was still a very excellent win, and I got some strats from you as well. The parser. Oh, congrats, Richard. That's awesome. The novel about how to make parser games. I want to read that book too. No game audio. Thank you, Great White North. That's important. This game has great audio, so thank you kindly for that. I forgot to check on that. Excellent. Let's get dangerous. Do I want headphones? I guess I'll be all right. I appreciate that my transcriber actually capitalized "Let's Get Dangerous." That's pretty funny. You felt so rusty. Yeah, every time I take a break in between sessions, I feel a little bit rusty. So we're gonna do this tonight. I promise. I hope. I promise. We gotta get this done. I've got other games to play. Spring is almost over. We got to finish this and play something else. Oof. I'm tempted to get. Can you guys hear my fan in the background? Let me know if it's noisy at all. I am tempted to get some headphones so I can listen to the game audio a little bit better too. We'll see. I find that the special attack a little bit tricky to pull off on the Switch. You were playing on the Switch, like with a Switch controller. I think it's a little bit easier with an NES controller because of the layout, but the Switch version is nice because it actually lets you... I discovered, I went back to my Switch, the Cowabunga collection, and I had a save state from like right before the Krang fight, so I practiced that a little bit last week. But I like that they have the built-in like screen stage select and live select and everything, so you can make it really easy to just like jump to where you need to practice or where you want to play. There's probably also, I think there's a way to get the game to play itself, so you can kind of see like how people get through it. But I didn't do that. You know, it might be sacrilegious, but I played a tiny little bit of the actual arcade game inspired by Great White North last week, and I kind of prefer the NES game. I think like the way it controls, like even the graphics. I don't know. I just like the NES graphics, even though the arcade graphics are so cartoony. But it's just a matter of what I've played more of. Obviously, I've played more of the NES game. But I think I've only ever beaten the arcade game by, like, cheesing quarters. But I should play that with my son. I think that would be fun. And it'd be nice to be able to maybe 1cc it at some point. I don't know how. It seems harder, I think, than the NES game. It just seems like less forgiving, which makes sense because they want you to put in lots of quarters and lose all your money, right? So let me pause here for a second. You get blah blah blah. Jack Haberdasher, hello. Did you guys have a favorite turtle as a kid? Mine was Leonardo because he was the leader and just a nice guy, and I like Blue and he has cool katanas. But my other favorite was also Donatello, which because he was a nerd. Thank you, Great White North. I like the picture of the subtitles are just Cora with a typewriter in the background. That's funny. You can't hear my fans. Oh, pun intended. Oh, good. Thank you. You can't hear my OnlyFan. I have my mic. I have everything dialed in pretty well. The sensitivity on the mic is set to not pick up external noise too much. It's a pretty good controller. I'm a pretty good microphone as well. Pro controller fell a little off playing too. Yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, the arcade version is a little strange. Hey, One Up John, 4 turtles. Oh my gosh, did you guys see your post? Just reminded me, One Up John. I just found this announcement today. There's like Nick Jr. is going to do a series, an animated series called Teeny Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is freaking brilliant. And it's amazing that we've gone this long without having a young Ninja Turtles program. I mean, I know that last movie, which I haven't seen the last movie yet. They were sort of younger in that one, or they seemed younger, but they're still like teenagers, right? Because that's in the title. But Teeny Mutant Ninja Turtles, freaking brilliant. Looking forward to that. Your favorite turtle's Raph. Hey, Boiling Blood. Don's always been your favorite too. One Up John. Yeah, it's always. I also really like the voice actor for Donatello in the original '80s cartoon series. I think it was Rob Paulson, right? And he also did a voice, the same actor did a voice in, there's a Darkwing Duck episode where there's a dinosaur, or there's a scientist who turns himself into a dinosaur, and he has developed a ray that will turn people into dinosaurs. And it was played by the guy who did the voice of Donatello, which is cool. What am I doing? Why is this happening to me? It shouldn't be happening. Oh, because I'm messing up. Why am I messing this up? It shouldn't be happening. Oh my gosh, this just never happens. I'm distracted, that's why. Alright, usually I trap them, or I just do this. That's fine, we can do it the slow way. Sometimes you trap both of them in there. There we go. Go. What do you call a turtle chef? A slow cooker. Oh boy. Wow. Noise suppression. Yeah. I have noise suppression set up on my on this thing. Yes. Waka waka waka. Muppet Babies but with Ninja Turtles. I'm assuming so. Muppet Babies. There's a new Muppet Babies show. At least I guess it's not really new anymore, but it's been around. But I haven't really seen that. There's like a CGI one, or all these remakes are CGI. There's like a CGI Rugrats, which just looks wrong. No. Don't you dare waste my lives here. Get away from me. Phew. Finally can get rid of that guy without losing a life. nostalgia machine. Yes, it is. You're right. Oh, it's your birthday on Friday, Richard. Awesome. Oh my gosh, yeah, that shipping costs, that was gross. Yeah, the NES controller for the Switch is pretty good. If you don't have a Switch charger, though, if you don't have a regular Switch anymore, then you won't be able to charge it unless you have like a special dock. By the way, I just read it. If this makes me feel bad, I read an article today about a woman in New York who apparently fell to her death in a manhole, like an open manhole. So she parks her car, and there's an open manhole like right in front of her car, and she just drops down into it, and she's like screaming in there, and she dies. And apparently it's like, maybe it's because of the steam, not even necessarily the fall, but apparently what happened is sometimes when trucks drive over the manhole covers, they can actually dislodge them, and so the manhole cover must have come off, and she just didn't see it. She got out of her car, she parked right in front of this thing, and like died. Yeah, it's horrible. I shouldn't have told you guys that, but I was thinking about it because I was thinking about the turtles in this level. The Switch N64 controls those games just as weird. Yeah, I thought about it. The thing is, when I'm gonna play a game on the Switch, as opposed to an original console. Ooh, I got 3 of them in one shot. It's like that old Mickey Mouse cartoon. When I play a Switch game on, like an old game on a Switch instead of on a console, it's because I want the convenience of playing it probably in handheld mode, really. And so I'm not going to really have like the controller for that. So hopefully the N64 controls map pretty well to like a modern controller instead. But I do like the NES controller for the Switch, and it actually works like docked pretty nicely. In fact, it's like the only official Joy-Con controller that Nintendo has released that has a D-pad on it. It's actually a pretty good D-pad. It's miles better than the NES replica controller that came with the NES Classic, which was just kind of off. Like that one has like false diagonals, and it's just not even fixable. Kind of physical N64 emulator. A physical N64 emulator? You mean like the analog 64? Hey, Mr. M. Yeah, the manhole story. Yeah. You blame the turtles for that? No. Although my son was like, don't they live in the sewers? Like, why is it bad for them to fall into the sewers? Which is a good question. Yeah, do not buy Mod Retro, please, if you were considering a modern thing. But yeah, Analog 64 seems compelling if you're really into the N64. Really, my suggestion would be to just get an actual like functioning N64 and get like a RetroTink like 2X something or other. I think the overall cost is going to be similar, and you'll just get more. You'll just get more out of it. It's bad for you to fall into your apartment from 10 stories up. All right, fair enough, Richard. What's wrong with the Mod Retro? So, there's nothing wrong with the hardware itself. You were looking for me on the wrong channel, Mr. M? Ruby, hello. Excuse me. The issue is with the company, so not to get into politics and whatnot, but it's owned by Palmer Luckey, who has defense contracts, and creates weapons of war, including drones that are being used to kill people around the world, and Anduril, and there's even like a Mod Retro chromatic that is made out of the same material as the drones that they use. It's all really like icky. So yes, there's no ethical consumption, right, in capitalism, whatever, but there's some consumption is more ethical than others. So if you have a choice, I would say don't support the bad guys, especially when there are other options out there. And analog is not, amazing by any stretch of the imagination, but that's my perspective on it all. Hey, Photon Labs. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Nothing like buying an N64 and funding war crimes. The reason you don't know that one up, John, is because a lot of the coverage for it has kind of skirted around it. It is a sensitive subject. It is, controversial, and a lot of people don't even want to really engage with it or, think about it. And, I think it's worth at least mentioning and letting people make their own minds up, right? But anyway, here we go. That is my take on it anyway. Okay, come on, man. Why? I'm gonna lose a life here for no reason. Oh, this is an interesting pattern to have. Oops, that doesn't work nearly as well as I was hoping. Okay, let me get out of there. Oh, no. Probably gonna lose a life here. That's a shame. Whoops. Okay. Boo. Boo. That's all right. So be it. Why couldn't I do this before? Well. The Mod Retro Game Boy is kind of ugly. Yeah. Well, the reason it's supposed to be better than the Pocket is because it has like the same screen as a Game Boy Color, only it's backlit. That's pretty much why, I think. Hey, Geekstorian. I admit I was curious about it until I found out about all the stuff about Mod Retro. So I do like my Pocket quite a bit, but I actually a while back a friend got me he had been kind of systematically picking up and reviewing like all sorts of like emulation handhelds. So he had played pretty much every iteration of handheld, including like a lot of the Ambernick ones. And he then found one that he really liked and decided to keep that one, or like a couple of different ones. And he gave me the one that he didn't want anymore. That was, he thought, was one of the sort of the next best one, right? So it's like the Battle XPG 350, I think it was called. And what it is it's actually it's also by Ambernick, but it's like a budget Ambernick, which is kind of funny because Ambernick is already pretty budget. But it's basically the same as like one of their other models, but just with like different branding on it, right? And maybe like fewer, like it doesn't have Bluetooth and it doesn't have like Wi-Fi and whatnot. And I was surprised because I actually ended up liking it. Like I had always been a little bit of a snob, I think, as far as like emulation stuff goes, because I always was just like really into like the physical hardware, like the original hardware or FPGA or whatever for authenticity. But it turns out emulation's actually gotten really, really good. So I really ended up liking this thing, especially as like an alternative to carrying around my Analog Pocket, which is a very expensive device, and I would hate for it to break or get lost or whatever, right? But like a $50 emulation handhold, like whatever. But there were little things about the Battle XP that I didn't like. Like I wanted to be able to suspend my games a little bit better. I was having some issues with like the way that save states work on it, and I wanted to be a little bit more pocketable because the one that I have has analog sticks that I do not use. I do not need them, but they're kind of annoying when I'm trying to put it into like my pocket. So then I kind of started looking around for like maybe I want to get like another emulation handheld, just as like sort of what people call like their everyday carry, right? And I had been really fascinated by a lot of these, like the clamshell ones, because they've got some that are modeled after the Game Boy Advance SP, which, when I think about it, is maybe not the best way to play Game Boy games. I think the regular GBA is more comfortable for me, but I used to love my SP so much. Like carrying it around, it's so compact. I don't have to worry about the screen getting damaged, and it just like fits in your pocket. And I had been carrying around my actual GBA SP for a little while. So I decided to get the RG 35XX SP, which is basically like a slightly larger GBA SP, and actually kind of is nice because it feels a little bit wider, so it does have some of the same ergonomics, I guess, as a regular GBA, like the horizontal GBA. And I've been using it. It's really nice. It's the screen's nice. Emulation is pretty great. And I've been playing Kirby's Dream Land 2 on that recently. So I still like my Analog Pocket. I think it's really nice, especially because it's easy to dock. The RG 35XX SP can also be like plugged into TV if you want to, although it doesn't scale properly. So I need to play around with it a little bit more, but it's pretty nice. Anyway, all that to say, I think I finally come back around to like, okay, emulation devices are in pretty good shape nowadays, especially for like certain consoles. Like if you want to play, it can play some N64 games and Dreamcast, but it does a really good job with Game Boy, and it really does have just like true suspend mode. I can just close the clamshell and it goes to sleep. Great. It's just what I wanted. Okay, let me go back. Joel GB is our best Game Boy. Yes. Oh, you're hey zombie. Hero with a long hair. GBA SP. Hey Sakanaka Brad. Hi. I can never pronounce Sakanaka. I always hear it in Keyglyph's voice, and I hope they're doing well. I haven't seen them streaming in a while. Oh, hello, emulation machine. Yes. Even though the L&R buttons weren't comfortable and needed an adapter to use headphones. Yes, that is true. Did I leave it upstairs? I don't have it here. The L&R buttons on the RG35XX SP are actually much more comfortable, and I don't hit them by accident, which is good. Still use my SP101. I use the 101, but sometimes I bring the original one out because it does much better in bright sunlight. So when I'm driving in the car and my wife is driving and I'm like just talking with her to keep her awake, I'll just play a game, and the reflective screen is really nice. And that has not been really replicated. I think that's the one thing that the mod Retro Chromatic has. I think it does have the reflective screen, but then it also has a backlight. Final Fantasy for the price of Switch showing a refurbished GameCube, all of the top 10 games, and HDMI upscaler and more. Yeah, for sure. You know, I still use I still use original hardware. I still use my Mr. FPGA, you know, Analog Pocket. Something I wish I had instead of a Gen 1 GBA with no backlighting and AA batteries only. Yeah. Does it use the rock? I think it does, L. I think it's the same one that Ambernick uses in kind of like all of their devices. The SP is my favorite GBA model. It's super uncomfortable for me to use these days. The Ambernick one is a little bit bigger, so I'm finding it a little bit more comfortable to play. And it actually has a built-in headphone jack too, which is good. Yeah, that's true. I have really fun. One of my favorite gaming memories though is when I got Metroid Fusion. I played it straight through for like I lost an entire weekend just playing that game. Like I had like a front office in my old apartment with had like nice sunlight, and I just remember sitting in my desk chair playing Metroid Fusion that weekend on my SP, and it was great. Try playing the SP the way Jamie Kennedy does in Son of the Mask. And also one of my first memories of meeting Cora and interacting with Cora is we went to a screening, I think, of one of the Toy Story movies with a group of people from our sci-fi club. And I was sitting near her, and she was playing, I guess it must have been like Link's Awakening, on her GBA SP. She had a red one. And I was like, hey, that's cool. So we got to talk about Zelda. I was telling her about the... Oh, boy. Yikes. I knew that was going to come out, and I totally spaced out on that. I was telling her about the old Zelda cartoon series on DVD, which, you know, probably she would prefer I hadn't. But yeah, that was an early bonding moment for the two of us. And then when we started dating, we dated a little bit before Christmas. We started dating a little bit before Christmas, and my gift to her was I imported the Minish Cap. It was out like a month earlier in like Europe than it was here, so I imported that for her. And so we have like a European copy of it, and I have like and also the US copy, of course. But getting to play the new Zelda game a month before everyone else won me some points, I think. I should probably focus on... Oh, see? That doesn't usually happen. Who put the lights out? Alright, I need to not take stupid damage here. That's when she knew, Mr. M says, right? Clamshell DS. Oh, I do love my DS. The DS is a little bit bigger to carry around, but why do I keep doing this? That was not necessary. Okay. The DS was really great too. You know, I played a lot of DS when that was out. I was kind of on the fence about the DS until I saw New Super Mario Brothers, specifically the giant mushroom and Mario just like tearing through a stage in giant form. Like, that made me want that game. Oh my gosh, why is this happening? Oh no, okay, this isn't good. This doesn't usually happen. I'm losing health and lives for no reason. Okay. Ugh. Sometimes I just mess up. What is going on here? Gosh, that was bad. Maybe I'm too distracted talking. I'm not gonna beat this game if I keep making stupid mistakes like this. Or this will be an 8-hour stream. I do dislike these guys, though. I probably should find a better strategy for getting through here, actually. Usually I kind of get them before they get to the middle of the screen. Anyway, that is brand name Pizza Hut. They scrubbed them out of the Switch version. The Gen 1 DS you have is bad. I have the fat... I got a fat DS, like, not that long ago. And I actually kind of like it. Like, it is really, I think it's more comfortable to hold. But I don't really carry that thing around, you know. And the screens aren't as good as the DS. But my DS Lite, the first one that I had a white one, like the polar one, I guess they called it. And it's yellowing, and the hinge had started cracking, like, early on, like, before they kind of fixed that whole thing. What do I think about Retro Pizza Hut making a comeback? I mean, that's fine. I don't usually, I don't eat a lot of Pizza Hut. They don't really make, like, great pizza. I do like their, specialty pizzas, you know. When they make, like, a burger pizza or whatever. But... I know if you interrupt him before he throws that thing, then he'll just drop it, but sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to time it. I forgot the stage doesn't really have any pizza in it, so I was kind of doomed from the start. don't want to lose any more lives if I can help it. You guys excited about the He-Man movie? I sure am. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Yeah, barely made it. Whew. I do like the DS Lite. I do think it's comfortable, but I think the DS Fat is actually more comfortable. I mean, I was always, even as a kid, I was super disappointed that live-action He-Man movie. Which felt a lot like, I mean, I think I was partially disappointed that it was like he comes to, Earth. Felt a little bit like that old, like, which was it? I think it was the third, not Conan, Beastmaster, the Beastmaster movie. There's a lot of Portal fantasies where barbarians would come to Earth. You need to see reviews first. I'm not going to see any reviews. I guess I don't use the L&R buttons on my Fat. I mostly got it. Honestly, I picked up the one of the Game & Watch collections, and my Fat was kind of like my dedicated Game & Watch device. And that's kind of why I had it. Plus, I'd never had one, so I was kind of curious about it. I'd never actually played one until I picked one up, and it was super cheap. So, but yeah, DS Lite is really nice. The 3DS came out at a time when I wasn't doing a lot of like portable gaming, like handheld gaming, and I don't know if that they really had that many games that I wanted for it. So I haven't done a lot with my 3DS. Although I have like a modded one, and my son's been using it a lot lately to play Yokai Watch games. I'm not doing great tonight with this game. Hopefully we'll be okay. Kind of impressed with the Master of the Universe movie we saw a few years ago. Expect to hate it. Rock bottom expectations are a good way to experience it, and not wanting to see a real adaptation of the cartoon. I think having some of the distance of, I mean, the cartoon wasn't that amazing, in retrospect either. I liked Secret of the Sword. That was fun. Beat Bloodstained Ritual of the Night first time a few weeks ago. Ooh, that's cool. Congrats. I haven't played that one yet. I have it. I played The Curse of the Moon, the first game. That was really good. And I know there's some kind of DLC that is like their version of like Simon's Quest. So I'm interested in playing that at some point. I should play Bloodstained now, though. I decided not to play Bloodstained until I had played Symphony of the Night. I wanted to play the earlier game first. It's also why I didn't play a lot of Metroidvanias until I finally played Super Metroid, because I wanted to really have like that historical perspective, like the understanding of like the origins of it all. So one of the Metroidvania games I want to play soon is finally getting around to Axiom Verge. But Metroidvanias are very time consuming and not always, I think, fun to stream, because it's a lot of exploration. Didn't love the 80s movie. Wasn't great. Wasn't as bad as I think people made it out to be either. Yeah, that's fair. I've never seen Lady Hawk Zombie. Or like Excalibur. That's another one of that era, right? Hercules and Xena. Oh yeah, right. So I have to play part 2. I have the physical releases of those. Yeah. The 2000s cartoon did. My favorite thing about that cartoon series, Zombie, is the intro for it, where he starts to do the old classic intro. He's like, "I'm Adam, Prince of Eternia, defender of the secrets of Castle Grayskull," and then and then he gets interrupted in the middle of it because they're being attacked. Like, that was really funny. Frank Langella said Skeletor was one of his favorite roles. That's cool. You love Axiom Verge. What up, John? I should probably stream that one when I get to it. I think that'll be a fun one to stream, even if I get lost in it or whatever. I still want to do my UFO 50 streams. I don't know when I'm going to do them because I still am working my way through. Metroid Prime, and I probably will be doing that for some time. I think I'm in the last third of the game, maybe. And I've got these streams, and I think I might do homebrew NES games for the summer again because I have a pretty massive backlog of homebrew NES games. But we'll see. Oops, I messed it up. He did it for his kids like Raul Julia did Street Fighter. Nice. Yeah, this version of Baxter is very easy. UFO 50 is great. One up, John? Yeah, I want to play through that. I don't know if I'll do it like stream after stream after stream, or maybe I'll just do it like, a game that I come to periodically in between other games, maybe. I don't know. Maybe stretch it out for a while. What's a turtle's favorite Shakespearean line? Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Oh, Richard. People pay you to write. Hey, there are books of like dad puns and things like that. I made a pun today to I was in this call about the Kaiju Gaga, the Kaiju Brooklyn event, and one of the authors wrote a Brooklyn Mermaid book for Choose Your Own Adventure, among other things. And I mentioned, oh yeah, it's Mermay, like, and the event will be, it'll be at the end of the month. So I said, oh, so it'll be the tail end of Mermay. And my editor had the appropriate, like, wah, wah. But it's sort of like a cryptids and kaiju panel. Mermay. It is Mermay, though. Why can't a turtle eat food from McDonald's? Because the turtle's too slow for fast food. Oh, boy. I never saw. I checked out of that new Masters of the Universe show, though. Oh no, you're talking about the new one, like on Netflix, because I enjoyed that one. But that old show, I stopped watching around when like they started bringing the snake people in. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing that happens in television and stuff, right? Yes, that is true, Mr. M. Talk philosophical about slicing, sprinkling some swear words. Life is Strange. I haven't played Life is Strange yet. I saw them playing a little bit of that too. There is a way of talking, like even like the way that Buffy, like the Buffy characters talk. Although maybe that's just like a Joss Whedon thing. I don't know. Lots of those shows though that are meant to be for kids, that kids don't talk that way. The early 2000s one. Oh, that one. Yeah. I liked the first half of the one on Netflix, though. I like that it is strangely more faithful to the series than I expected it to be. I haven't seen the second half though. And then there's like a young version, like a kiddie version of it, of Masters of the Universe. But you know, I was a big He-Man fan as a kid, and I do have like my original He-Man and my Battle Cat. I always wanted Castle Grayskull and like the Cat Slayer from Thundercats. I never got those. But as an adult, when I got a disposable income and eBay entered the scene, I somehow ended up with an Orko animation cell, like a certified authentic, although I don't know where the certification ended up. But it is an actual like He-Man animation cell of Orko. I really liked Orko as a kid. I had an iron-on patch that I got from like a cereal box, and I had it on the pocket of one of my shirts, and that was like my favorite shirt for the longest time. I guess I probably want to go after these guys because then I can get points for them, but I also want to live. I guess I always sort of liked the underdog on shows. Like I liked Snarf as well. Snarf. Season and a half into a Buffy rewatch. I've been tempted to do that for some time. I just haven't. I don't have the time to rewatch shows, let alone watch the new ones. You know, behind some of the new shows. Although I did recently get the first season of Lost in Space because I've been wanting to rewatch that, and it's not streaming anywhere. At least it wasn't. There's also supposed to be a Tubi. Tubi's doing a Scooby-Doo anime series, which is kind of interesting. So we'll see if those things turn into something. I'm intrigued. There was an isekai. There's like a DC isekai anime series that I haven't watched yet that I was kind of intrigued by. I think it's better to do the slash move, right? Special attack, rather. Best way to do that. I was about to point out the 420 points. I was too late. Nothing like pizza. Thundercats was hard to go back and watch the Burble episode. Oh, hold on a second. I need to read that comment. Oopsie. Excuse me. Burble. Hold on a second. Thundercats was hard to go back and watch the Burble episode between Snarf and the Burble was kind of painful. Oh, the Burble. Oh, okay, gotcha. GBC Buffy's underrated. I've heard that's a good game. I haven't played it yet. A friend's writing a paper on Buffy. Oh, that's cool. Your dinner was in fact pizza. Yeah. I never watched all of Angel though. I do have the DVDs because a friend gave me her copies when she was done with them. But Buffy was pretty great in the day, you know. We even went to see Once More with Feeling in the theater. They had like a live, you know, sing along for that, and that was fun. Dun, 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 dun. Turtle van, no. What am I doing? Here's in a crash van turtle power. So are you done with the Zero games, Mazin? I think I saw you were playing the third one recently, right? Buffy was pretty good at maintaining continuity in live shows at this time. Objects are self-contained episodes with continuity nods. That's true. Boo. Come on. Mega Man Legends 2 is next. Ooh, you finished Mega Man Legends 1? Congrats on 0. I want to play. I might stream Mega Man Legends at some point on the or Mega Man 64 at some point. How are they spawning new spears? It doesn't make any sense. Legend last week, okay. Shoot, I messed it up again. Oh no. Bad times. Bad news. Wow, just devastating. Man, messed that up. In the pocket. A pocket of holding, yeah. I've been seeing some rumors of late about Ruby Volume 10, by the way. At least I think Barb had said something about there being some news soon, most likely. Which is cool. I have no news. Oh, come on, I can't die to these guys. There's supposed to be a pizza right at the end here, right? I think I still have to go through the... Okay, maybe not. Yeah, I just saw Barb say there's like going to be some news soon, and they've been ramping up their merchandising stuff lately. There's a lot of merch coming out. Clearly doing something. I don't know when we could conceivably get some news. When's the next Comic-Con? Because probably if they had any news, it would probably be around that, I would think, right? Pizza. I could use some pizza. Oh dear. Nope. Really don't want to lose a life here for no reason. And there it goes. Okay, fine. Gross. Not great. I guess I'm still a little rusty from last time. Last year it was in development, yeah. I mean, I think that's probably still, like, mostly what people know about it, but it's possible that we'll hear something more concrete soon. I felt like their timing of, they've been reissuing the Blu-rays one a month for, like, the last 10 months or so. And I felt like that was building towards something. I picked up a new. I already had the Volume 9 set, but I picked up another set because it has my my Fairy Tales episode in it. I mean, all the episodes based on my stories, but the one that I wrote. Yeah, see, there's pizza. Great. So I picked up another set. Plus, it's got. I was gonna say trivia. It has Neo on the cover, so had to pick that one up. But interestingly, it's only a 1-disc set, so it must have, you know, the original set that I have has 2 discs on it, and they cut out the reissue, cut out the Ruby Chibi episodes that were in the previous edition, so it's not a 1-for-1, you know, replacement. But it does have an art card, so, you know, being a little sloppier because I know I have some pizza over here that I can partake in if I need it. I'm just gonna go grab that now. Like you should get more than like 1 point for these bosses when you defeat them. Yeah. Yeah, Volume 9. Might get it back with one up. Alright. I do have a better strategy for the stage for those those cats at least. Seems like a pretty good strategy for those guys, too. Hey, Sonic Owl. Welcome back. How you doing? Trip to Mary's Peak tomorrow. Mary's Peak. I don't know what that is. I mean, I guess I can guess it's a natural wonder. Like a hiking thing, maybe? That sounds fun. mountain I see on the way to my apartment and home. Cool. Alright, and then it's tiger time. Right, and then how do I do this? I usually will do, let's see here. Whoops, no, that's not the strat. Here we go. Let's see here. Let me do this. Almost got it. Okay, that didn't work. They just take a lot of hits. Okay, that didn't go so. Nope. Oh, I have to get out of the way. That's right. I forgot. Oh, really? Okay, maybe not. Right, okay. That was the piece I was missing. Alright. That's okay. They do take a lot of hits. Messed up my strategy there. That's okay. Boo. Really? Oh, come on. Alright, well, I'll get another life at least. I thought I was supposed to just pin them against the wall. Oh, right, they just back up, don't they? Okay, that's right. I forgot how to fight these guys now. Great. Really? Wow. Thought I had a good strategy for these guys. Now I've forgotten it. It's okay. What? Boo! What the heck? Maybe I'm just, like, usually luckier with them? Or I just had it bad. Alright, well, there's a life. Almost went up. Yeah. Ugh, that was gross, though. I wasted lots of lives there for no reason. Now that got messed up. Scorpion bites are a problem. Yeah, I know. They're usually not that big of a problem, but I messed that one up. I think we'll probably be okay as long as we can get to the end of the, like, the last stage with some continues, you know? There's a pizza at the end here, which I guess I'm probably just going to need to take. And hope I can get through the boss without taking too much damage. Probably should have saved it for the boss, but... Alright, we'll see how we do here. Nope, not doing great here. Okay. Boo. Alright, that's okay. Whew. Boo. Thank you, Great White North. Alright. Just one turtle. We gotta find the Technodrome. Thank you for the GG. Hey, Peter. I'm not sure I'll be able to do... So Peter has a GoldenEye challenge going on right now, which looks fun. I don't really know GoldenEye very well, which is always a problem with some of these challenges. But also the other problem being it's like a very short turnaround time, and I've got some other, things to work on. So I probably won't be able to get a run in, especially around Memorial Day weekend, because I think we're probably going to be doing stuff. But feel free to post your link to your channel, or the video, I guess, about the challenge. It's like a slap-only challenge in GoldenEye, which looks like fun. But boy, I do not know those games at all. And then I don't know if I'm going to have time to do the... there's like a challenge for Star Wars Episode 1 Racer for Majority's channel as well, which I know Mr. M was sort of involved with, at least selecting. And I'd like to try that too, except again, I don't know much about that. I haven't played that game in ages. I just hardly ever have time, although that has like a much more generous deadline. Like, I think that's due in like June something. So I might have time. I have to really look at my edit letter and figure out how much work I have to... Oh, crap. How much work I have to do on this book revision to know how much time I'll have for games. Always a 2-week turnaround. Yeah, that's really tight for me anyway. I can't usually just drop everything to focus on the game. But I appreciate you're continuing them, and there's always some other challenge coming around. I'm not even that good with GoldenEye with a gun, so... Showed, hello. Oh, I saw you put your visual novel on itch. I haven't had a chance to look at that yet, Elle. But throw a link to that one too if you want. Finish Persona 3 Reloaded. Is this an emulator or OG hardware? The thing that I'm playing like right now, or are you talking about for the challenge? Oh, thanks, Mr. M. Yeah, I'm not actually doing very well. Like, usually I have more lives at this point, but that's okay. As long as we have these continues, I think we'll be all right. We'll see if we can make it through the trag on this go. Right now, this is original hardware and my original cartridge as well. It's all OG. Usually you can tell based on the quality. The picture is not great, I'm sure. It's not like a HD quality stream here. But usually my NES streams are on OG hardware. Unless I have some reason to play them on my AVS or Mister or something like that. Thank you, GW. Yeah, I messed up in the dojo for sure. Messed up on a few things. The tiger I did a little bit better than I had sometimes done in the past, but the scorpions really messed me up tonight. Elevator time? Alright. As long as I don't do something stupid here, I have a pizza waiting for me at the end here. Pizza, 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 pizza. There we go. I probably could have lasted a little bit longer without it, but I decided to grab it just in case I did something stupid. I should have saved it. What am I doing? I should have saved it instead of grabbing it right away. What am I doing? That's okay. I might have died there, though. That would have been bad. Boo! Alright. How do I feel about the Manhattan Project? I like it. I like it a lot. It always felt like this game, but like more. But I haven't finished that one either, so I'll turn my attention to that one after I've beat this one. Imagine. The Manhattan Project is the third Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game on the NES. Oh wait, hold on. Get out of the way of the door. Oh wait, not door time yet. Oh wait, you mean the Oppenheimer thing? You mean like the movie or the actual like how do I feel about the Manhattan Project? I actually did a lot of research on the Manhattan Project for a book that I never sold. But it was fascinating to read about the development of the atomic bomb. And there was a TV show, right? Is that what you're referring to? There's a TV show about, I think it was called Manhattan Project, right? Which I liked the first season of, and then I haven't seen the second season. That show got like canceled, I think prematurely, I thought. But I thought it was really cool, like period drama. Boo. Why are you asking me about the Manhattan Project? I don't think I'm going to make it on this run here. We'll see. Ugh. I've lost a lot of lives. Unless I get, like, another life at the end here. But then I'll probably get an extra life for this last go. Gotcha. Manhattan probably feels like a great name for a Turtles mod. Well, in the Ninja Turtles game on the NES, Shredder steals Manhattan, which is pretty neat. Hey, Ace! Oof. Alright, I'm not going to beat Trag on this go, but I'll probably get a life on my last run through here, which will probably be good. I don't even know if I'm going to get to Trag at this point. Nope. That was it. Okay, that's fine. We'll do the stage again. We'll get an extra life. and things will be good. That was a poor run. I made some really stupid mistakes, but that's okay. The new book coming out by me. The next one that's coming out is Gamers 2, Leveling Up, which is another book about middle graders starting who, well, in this book they've already started an esports team, and so now they are they're competing against students in their district, and also new members of the team. Like, more people are joining the team, which kind of shakes up their dynamic a little bit. And then I've got, so that's at the end of June, and I'm writing another Choose Your Own Adventure right now. There's a Duke Nukem game called The Manhattan Project. Interesting. Nearing the one up. There it goes. This actually isn't that disastrous if you miss them, as long as you don't line up with them and they shoot you, like that just happened. So maybe if I go up here... Come down. Oh, no, they're very fast. Okay, never mind. Those guys are terrible. This is a bad idea. It was a disaster. Okay. That's fine. Real Media had a game hosting platform. Real Media had a game hosting platform. I don't actually remember that. I remember Real Media. Hey Jim, how are you? Okay, so ideally I can get to, Shredder with multiple lives. That would be ideal. It may not happen, but we'll see. Excuse me. Real Media. The first time I went to an internet cafe, the first thing I looked up was the Thundercats intro, And I remember playing on like a postage stamp sized. Whoa, what was that weird glitch? Hope my NES isn't glitching out on me. Postage stamp sized video, which I think was Real Media actually. But it had been years since I'd seen the show. Okay, I'm gonna eat that pizza. Been years since I'd seen the show, so it was amazing to see that intro again. Now everything, of course, is on demand. These guys are really annoying. This is a good track, of course. ESPN2 at your local library. You wonder if you alternate reality. Ah. No. How dare you? Yeah, that Large Hadron Collider certainly has some explaining to do. Don't like that black hole generator? Can they just grab it? Games never evolved, huh? Been an interesting premise. There's a book, I think it was called like Walls of the Universe by Paul Melko, which was, parallel universes, and there's like a parallel universe where like pinball was never invented, and so somebody like recreates pinball from like, their reality. All right, I'm not doing great here. All right, that could have gone better. All right, here we go. Heading into endgame. Nope. Boo. Alright, lost a life there. It's fine. Still doing okay here. Hey Joel, thank you. reincarnates a pinball machine in another world. Alright, here we go. I'm going to try to only attack him after he shoots his lasers and see what happens. Maybe that's not going to work. That's not really that helpful, is it? Okay, never mind. Not splendid. Maybe I just need to get the right angle on these jumps. Dang you, Krang. Ah. Don't attack him when he does the bodybuilder pose. Okay, just lost a life. Splendid. Quick, insert coins. I could use some more lives here. Extremely irritating. Nope, not good. I don't know how you did an NDR of this. Hey, Carla. Might still get lucky with Shredder. Alright, I'm just going to hang out on this level. I think this is around where Shredder cannot hurt you with his beam. So we'll see how it goes. Do the bodybuilder pose so Krang can't kill you. Yeah, that'll do it. Alright, let's see how we do here. Hi. Okay. Still hit you with a sword, though, so that's not great. But not getting the one-hit kill is really helpful. I'll only attack this one. Ooh. heart is super pounding right now, guys. No, 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 no. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Okay. Try not hitting the clone. Yep. All right. Seemed like a pretty good strategy, at least for Shredder. If I can get up to him with more lives, that would be... more health, that would be beneficial. Because if I could get up to him with, like, even one extra life, that would be useful. Did Mr. M jinx me? I think it was past 80% dead. I guess I should just focus on the one shredder when I get the helmet off, right? this. Man. Boy, 3 kicks and then stop for a bit, you think? Maybe that's a good idea. Alright, we'll see what we can do here. Ah. Alright. 3 hits and then lay off of Krang, you think? Alright, this is it. Certainly when he starts kicking, you should leave him alone. He says as he goes after Krang as he's kicking. I think I really just need to get up to Shredder with, like, a life and some more health. I honestly still haven't really seen like a truly effective strategy for Krang. I feels like it's mostly luck. It's pretty tough. He just has, like, takes a lot of hits, and I feel like he should be more predictable. He seems like he's telegraphing stuff, but it doesn't really seem to. Oh, gosh. Okay, I don't know, guys. I might just go back to my other strategy with Shredder. I'll get up to Shredder with like no health. Gross. Hey, LDP. This is my last go, unless I do another run after this. That's it. Oh my god. The lower half will get me zapped. Dole. Hey, chum. Yeah, not good. Not good. Very sad. Oh my god. I can't get through that crank fight consistently enough to get to Shredder with any lives. And I thought that strategy was going to work. I need a second turtle. Yeah. Why don't you join in, Richard? Yeah, thanks, Showed. I don't know how close I was. I think it was pretty sloppy up until the end there. I honestly don't know if I have the stamina for this tonight. Pepsi owns Pizza Hut? Is that true? We're good for knocking one helmet off, yeah. Then you have to avoid... And you have to avoid the other one. April says, I have their support. Yeah, it's great. If you hit near Krang's leg, the dive kick might land you safely. I was aiming for his shoulder. Oh, that's what you mean by, like, the lower third? Maybe. I don't know. I was watching, I watched Mazin's NDR, and I just don't, it doesn't seem like, and with all the strategy guides that I've seen, the FAQs and everything, I don't see anybody who's ever said, like, oh, this is how you defeat Krang. It just is like, jump kick. Jump kick. First attempt, I'm sure I was really close. Yeah, if I'd had more lives there, I might have made it. Yeah, right. Hey, hey Richard, how are you? Really thought I had it this time, but nope. Wait. The jump kick must be before he shoots his laser. It's hard to explain it, but Krang has a pattern. Yeah. Timing or aiming is super precise. Someone can tell you what the trick is, but it's just a matter of practice and muscle memory. Yeah. That's fair. I think having a safe area for Shredder was good. I think if I could get to him with like an extra life, I probably could make it. Like more health and an extra life, maybe? Because then I just need to like last longer than him and his clones, right? Taking off my shirt. Oh, I should have done that. But you didn't take off your shirt until you got the NDR, though. It was like your birthday stream, I think it was. Gonna mess this up now? Why am I not hitting him? That is a cool thing about being a VTuber, I guess. LDP. My son wants to get a VTuber kind of avatar. I'm trying to figure that out, though. He wants to stream, but like YouTube's rules for kids streaming is the like a parent has to be on screen with them. But how can he have a VTuber while I'm on screen with him? Unless maybe we have separate cameras? I don't know. How old is he? He's 11 and a half. Separate cameras, 2 simultaneous VTubers, but they'd have to see. I'm fine being on screen. Like, they need to see that I'm an adult. It could just be anybody else pretending to be a parent, right? So I'm fine being on camera. Either that or we get him like a mask or something. It only activates via voice. Yeah, sometimes I want to have an avatar where I feel like not showing my face or just turn the camera off. Yeah, I could. I don't need to use one for me though. The PNG tuber. He I think wants like I'm probably going to commission one for him. He wants like a. I think he wants like a dog or something. I don't know, like a cartoon dog. Anyway. But I think I need to be physically on camera, like as his parent, for it to work. So I'm not sure. Either that, or I was saying we could just record him and he could use his VTuber. Kids do get on YouTube all the time, but are they streaming, by themselves? I don't know. I don't know that I've ever seen a kid like. Is that true? Didn't that Tetris kid? He's the Tetris champion. Wasn't he streaming? Maybe you just need to find some way of showing like that you have the parents' permission. I don't know. I have to look into it. But probably we'll also be streaming some games together, like he wants to play. Yeah, the voice activates. No, I understand the concept of the PNG tuber. I'm just saying. I don't need a PNG tuber for me. I'm just saying, like, how do I prove that I'm an adult for the kid on the stream, That's all I'm saying. I don't need to also have a PNG tuber for me. Or PNG for me. Come on now. I just think I've gotten him pinned up here once before, right? No, that's not going great. Oh, come on. Why am I losing lives to this guy? I should take a break. What the heck? I might just reset at this point. I know there's like a way to lock him. Why that happened. You think of it? Yeah, I don't know. Was that RNG? I have my webcam on. Yeah, I guess. Oh, I see what you're saying. I can just be there in the background and just not say anything while he talks. I see. Maybe. Maybe I need a break, Madsen says. Well, we'll play a little bit more, I guess, for practice and. Call it a night. Yeah, maybe. Could play something else for a little bit. Have a rough time, yeah. Alright, see ya, Peter. Yeah, I don't want the avatar to talk when I talk. Route his mic to the avatar. Gotcha. Oh, I see. Okay, so I can have a separate mic. I guess that makes sense. I don't really need to be on mic either. I just need to be on camera. Oh, what the heck? I just need to be on camera, I think, so. Burning continue early, it doesn't really run. Except then I have fewer continues towards the end, you know. That's all. Kind of a waste, but whatever. How are they, like, invincible after... Only one continuing get to Krang in case you arrive with not many lives. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll look into it. Not sure. He wants to stream. He also wants to stream with me, so that might be interesting. I think if we were on separate computers, it might be okay. Because I would obviously still be on a stream with him. I don't know how that fits into, like, YouTube rules. I think he wants to play Phasmophobia. Yeah, worried about the other microphone bleeding through. Yeah, I don't know. Think about it. It's going to be a project for the summer, I guess. Smash Brothers Melee 83. He's not that into retro games. He likes realistic games and horror games. We've been playing Emissary Zero together. Although we had some problems, like technical problems, last time we tried to play. FNAF, maybe, except I don't think I really want to stream. I don't really want to stream FNAF games. FNAF fans are a little interesting when they see you streaming a game. Based on last time I played with him. I don't think they have many multiplayer FNAF games anyway. The YouTuber wouldn't actually know his name, his age. I guess that's true. We set up a channel for him though that has his age on it, so. And you probably can tell from like his voice and whatnot. So I don't know. I don't really want to necessarily lie about it. I don't, it'll be a pain to be on stream with him all the time when he's playing. But welcome to Dark Souls. Excuse me. I should play Dark Souls at least once on stream. Just for kicks. Tried Twilight Princess. Oh, maybe. He's played a little bit of Breath of the Wild, I think. He's going to want to stream horror games, I'm pretty sure, so. Yeah, Dark Zelda game, maybe. Castlevania. Yeah, Twilight Princess is going to be the next Zelda game that I stream whenever I get around to streaming it. Almost had him. Is it a polar bear or a wolf? I think it's a polar bear. Spring is here. You guys have any Memorial Day plans if you are in the area of celebrating Memorial Day? Yeah, the allergies have been really not good lately. I actually went and you might go out to eat somewhere. I actually wore like a mask all day yesterday because I had that event in the evening, and I actually was in much better shape. I got a warm mask outside so I wouldn't have to breathe in the pollen. I was actually doing pretty better. Maybe convince the wife to go downtown, watch a movie at home. Cool. You guys like the same kind of movies? Oh, Forbidden Dark Souls tech. Car show. Nice. How does a new graduate network? Asking for a friend. I mean, I guess probably going to conferences? Connecting with people there. For a Nazi car. Not everyone just hops into an author streams and fires off puns. Admittedly, that'll only work on a very narrow subset of authors. Adventureland. Oh! Sorry, you guys are talking about a movie? I think I have Adventureland on DVD. I saw that in theaters and liked it pretty well. Not to be confused with Zombieland. I like his death animation. Understand why you can get your setup to automatically lower the audio of the game when you talk, but I can't get mine to do that. Oh, really? It didn't work? The auto ducking, you mean? Yeah, I just followed the steps on that video. Maybe it depends on the microphone? Mazin uses it too, don't you, Mazin? Do you do the auto ducking? Auto ducking is in OBS settings, easy setup. I had to do some other thing in OBS to set it up. I think I had to install like a filter or something. Not a filter, I had to install some kind of plugin maybe. Maybe I was just following the settings, I don't remember how I did it. Set it and forget it. I don't really think about it anymore. I have those videos saved if I ever need to refer to them again, though. Auto crouching. Mega Man is certainly not able to do that. I wish there was an auto crouching feature in OBS. Video sent me in the X account. Yeah. Shell-eberty? Oh my goodness. Why? Why do you say that? That's funny. Hey GW, what are you streaming tomorrow night? Are you playing more of this, or are you doing something else? I think I remember the video saying I had to do something with the compressor, and the OBS compressor is really good. Doesn't adjust the game audio at all. Either Chrono Trigger or more of this. Can't hurt either way. Yeah, no, there was... Did I send you that video, LDP? Have you seen... Because I definitely had to set up something else. See, these guys don't auto spawn more missiles with their pocket of holding. Yeah, I don't know. Throwing 28 insults at the game per minute. Turtles who are only awake during the nighttime. Nocturtles. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, like my one friend doesn't like the ducking feature, but I think I like it. I used to always have to calibrate the game audio versus the microphone audio, and every game is different. Sometimes you forget and you don't realize. At least this way it doesn't really matter because it all gets balanced out. Might get a headset mic, so it'll always be in front of my face. You're always not always in front of the microphone. That might be the problem, actually. See, the way the ducking works is the microphone volume has to be at a certain level for it to pick it up. And if it's not picking it up at a high enough level, it may not be kicking in the ducking feature. That might be the problem that you're having. I don't think the headset mics generally have like good audio, unfortunately. Greyway North's is actually pretty good. The one that he's been using is pretty good. I think you don't tend to have good whatchamacallit, noise suppression with those because they pick up everything like but I haven't really messed with it too much. And the nice thing about my setup is I have a particular microphone, but I also have multiples of that microphone. And so whenever I move to a different setup, if I'm streaming from my desk, if I'm doing something on my laptop, if I'm gaming off of the laptop, then I don't need to move my microphone to a new location. I have another essentially identical microphone already set up, and as far as OBS knows, they are the same microphone, so I don't have to reconfigure anything. It all works pretty much the same. And similarly, I have multiple capture cards that are all, as far as OBS knows, they're all exactly the same as well. So that's really helpful too. Nothing to reconfigure. I can just move things around. I'll use the headset sounds decent. I'm using a filter. Right. You use a headset Mike showed? Mine is an Ars Technica. Cora got me a long time ago. I think this one used to be like $70 or something like that. It might be cheaper by now. For the podcast that I haven't actually done yet. HypeX Cloud Stinger 2. That sounds impressive. But my son has a Yeti microphone, I think. I don't remember which one he has. I think it might be a Blue Yeti. And he has a Logitech camera like mine. Oh, are you going to try to set up the same audio thing, GW? Yeah, the auto ducking, that might be really helpful for yours because sometimes your audio is a bit, your game audio is a little too high. Usually we can dial it in pretty well, but it can get really hard to fine tune it, especially different games, different platforms. It can be hard to coordinate. Oops, what the? Not sure how that happened. I wasn't paying attention, that's why. I have to replug your capture card in before opening OBS. I'm just using a very cheap USB capture device that, probably doesn't have the best quality, but it doesn't need any plugins or anything like that. Do not like the spear guys. Yeah, exactly, LDP. It's nice to not have to worry about it. Sometimes it sounds like you're like from you're streaming from like the other side of the room. Whoops, that backfired on me. Oh, yeah, you can if you want, Mazin. I would do it now, except I don't even have it handy, I don't think. I have to look it up again. I don't use X anymore, so I'd have to look it up again. I have it in my, like, saved... I have a playlist of reference videos for stuff like this. I might have it in Discord, maybe? It's not common. It's not super common. Excuse me. Streamers, I don't see a lot of people using it. least you know, game streamers. But your Stream Deck. Yeah, I thought about that. There's like a phone app I was using for a while that was like a free version of that, and I liked it, but I haven't like invested in a real one yet. But I might at some point. I don't really have lots of like transitions and stuff like that, but it is helpful to have that, I think. Pizza. Auto ducking's the first video that appears. OBS window has so much lag though. You're streaming from the OBS window? That's I can't do that. That's why I always have to have a separate monitor for that sort of thing. I know some people can do it with the right capture card, I think. Like there might be some like zero lag ones. There's always a lag on mine. I have to put in a delay on my microphone and my cameras to match the delay in the OBS window, so that I'm reacting in like sort of the same real time. That actually was pretty effective. I should just use that. Got the internal Elgato so I can play on the OBS window. Oh, is that how that works? If it's internal? That's cool. Hey, Slimnim. Well, we'll see. I already botched it once. Vanilla Coke? How are we talking about Vanilla Coke? I used to really be into Vanilla Coke, and then I had to stop drinking it because I was too into it. I've tried to stop drinking soda entirely for the most part. Except occasionally I'll have some. Even the diet sodas, like I don't want to have the diet sodas. Never noticed any lag in the OBS window. Don't play it from it. Yeah. No, I definitely have lag. I cannot play it on my... It would be so handy if I could just play straight off of the OBS window, and then I wouldn't need a monitor. Or second screen or whatever. I think if I were playing directly off of the laptop, maybe I wouldn't need it. Scorpions are coming in, right? Oh, not yet. Okay. I don't recall if there's any lag when I'm playing directly off the computer. Tinker with making my second Arcana story into a parser game. Ooh, okay. Just got to throwing guys at the screen down just right for Shredder. Other than that, it's not bad, yeah. Scorpions? What? Oh, what? I forgot that was even a possibility. That's what you got for, like, that's what you get for sneaking around. Instead of just rushing in, I guess. Scorpion wins, fatality. Time. What? Works until it doesn't work anymore. It's like swatting a bad cat. Video amplifier. I have a video amplifier as well for my for splitting my signal. Excuse me. Between various sources. That's not good. Wow. Okay. Rude. Batman Returns is actually very good on NES. I agree with that. I thought I did better with the Scorpions this time, but that one was annoying. Wow, these guys are messing me up now. There we go. Now we have another life. It's no battle kit, at least, right? Fireball and Dr. Pepper. Yeah, try something here. Not sure if this will work. My thumb is getting a bit tired, so I'm going to switch to an arcade stick for a little bit. See if I can still do it. No, probably is a bad idea because I'm mixing things up now. It's a little bit trickier. Pulls out wrist brace, yeah, that would be better. It's a little trickier to pull off this move. Use the NES Max controller and never have a working thumb again. Almost at the end again. Yeah, we'll see. Can't play arcade games to my risk getting wrecked. Hey, Sanctum. I kind of wish I had a power glyph too, just to have one. Just to have one. Play this on a power glove? I mean, I'm sure you can, just not very well, I imagine. Snap and Shredder turns to dust, right? I am Donatello. You like the U-Force? I've always been curious about the U-Force. See, now that one's just hanging out down there and not doing anything. Well, until I said that. Why are you guys so annoying? Sometimes I've had them like both stun locked, like in the corner. Gotta figure out a better strategy for these guys. Yeah, I don't like those stingers. Oops. I messed up the inputs for that. Rolling rock is just a piece of plastic. That's pretty funny, Richard. Hey, how's it going, Creamy? I am getting pretty tired. Oh, it's almost 1 o'clock. That's probably why. Not sure why I'm not getting this angle right. Boy. There's always bats. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We gotta find the Technodrome. Thank you for the thank you for that boiling blood. Clutch GGs are always the best. It's true. Let them take over the world. Data centers make products. AI does seem like some kind of Shredder Krang-like plot. You know what AI is, actually? It seems like the kind of thing that you would get on, like, Sailor Moon, like the Negaverse. Some way of stealing energy for the Negaverse. Old Sailor Moon plots. You think you saw that episode? I mean, they did a lot of episodes like that. It was like, here's this new perfume shop. Stealing your energy for the Negaverse. Maybe every time you enter a prompt into the chat GPT, it steals some of your soul. Or some of the soul of a writer you know. If I were watching the original Sailor Moon series, took a break around the time Sailor Saturn is introduced. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I mean, I don't think I could, like, binge watch it, right? Like, I have to kind of take it in, like, you know, little batches here and there, but that's Cora's jam, like that old Sailor Moon stuff. And it's cool, like, one of our early, I think maybe it was a Valentine's Day present. I found somebody on, I guess it was Craigslist probably at the time, who was selling all the episodes that she didn't have already, and then some. And I had to, like, meet them on, like, a subway platform somewhere in order to pick it up. Ugh, these things. This move is the special move is a little tricky to pull off with this controller. Oh, whenever a rose is thrown. My work here is done. You didn't do anything. Oh, come on. That was a cheap shot. Keep it in his prison pocket. Yeah, some, like, genuine AI is fine. Not a fan of, you know, LLMs for the most part. It's trickier to do with stupid arcade stick. Excuse me. Yeah. I don't know. I just have no interest in it. Anthropic owes me several $1,000s for stealing my books. Use AI to make songs. Having a smart resource person who can make mistakes. Well, I'd still rather hire the person then. I feel like a person can learn from the mistakes better than an AI. I feel actual like remorse if they get something wrong or lie or something. Hold on, I was really distracted by something bizarre that LDP said, but I didn't get a chance to read it. Sorry, what? The more evolved form of man. It only uses logic and doesn't care about what's moral. I don't even think it's using logic, though. It's just using algorithms. They should get a medal. Hey, Mazen. It's going okay. Am I frozen? What's frozen? Are we okay? I just paused the game. Oh. Hopefully it's okay. Let me see. I don't think I'm having any issues here. Am I winning? Define winning. For some definition of success. Yay, life. Video's good, thank you. It's not thinking. That's the thing. It doesn't think. We can't crap too much on AI. Maybe can search a replicator next. Maybe. Alright, here we go. Hopefully I don't lose that life. Well, getting close. They understand human language? Ish. Yes, that really does make a lot of sense. Hey, Razor Sharp. That really does. That application of actual like AI definitely, I think, has potential, but... Whoops. Okay, here we go. Well, we'll see how this goes. Lost a life. Okay, that's fine. As long as I get up to Krang with, what, 1 or 2 continues? Turtles in Time. Alright. Oh, Cora has entered the chat. Yeah, I don't see the pattern with Krang. I think... Yeah, I don't know. Not good. Was this my last continue?
Hello, hello.
It's one of the Famicom games. Of course, saying hello, folks. Alright, switching back to a regular controller. I really need to get up to Shredder with, like, at least one life. Huh. I'm invincible. Certainly seems that way. Mm. Oopsie. Nope. That's it. Alright. That's it for tonight, I guess. Try it again another time. That was it. I don't know. I just gotta get through Krang. I gotta figure out how to get through Krang without losing all my lives. No. Yeah. Hey, well, thanks again for tuning in for another failure. Yeah. We'll get that. We'll get that sometime. Thanks, Sanctum. All right, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you. Have a good night. Have a good holiday if I don't see you. Great White North is streaming tomorrow night, either Ninja Turtles or Chrono Trigger. Omega Ace is streaming on Friday. Forget which games you're doing. A couple of intermediate games, right? For now. Yeah. Thank you, folks. All right. Take care. Gotta go to bed. All right. Catch you later. Bye bye.